I think like always putting school ahead of football is like #1. We're here to go to school first and football second, so once you get your work done, you know, just go play football after that. Taking advantage of SAM, you know, the SAM hours in the library are huge, so being in there a lot, you know, really helps, especially because there's people there you can talk to and stuff. They, you know, can give you tips on how to just, you know, get a schedule set and studying tips for exams and quizzes and stuff like that. So I think, you know, just using your resources is really important. The resources that are offered to us are endless. It's crazy, you know, tutoring, you know, math workshops, English workshops. There's there's somebody there to help you for everything you need to do in school. So yeah, the resources are endless and you just have to take advantage of them.
So I was actually very fortunate. In my first intro to financial accounting class, I found it was a bit rough, like the content was a bit more difficult to understand, so I emailed Lindsay, which is part of our staff, right away, saying I'm going to need a tutor for this class, and right away we got on that. And I've already been hooked up with a couple of tutors, and now I'm just kind of picking and choosing because we're so grateful to have tutoring actually paid for by our football team. So I'm definitely going to be taking advantage of that resource.
I think time management really is key, and for different players that means something different. They're usually attached to their phones, so we're trying to sync a lot of that stuff up so that it's right there in their pocket at all times. But really making sure that they understand the demands and getting that and carving out those times when they aren't playing, when they aren't practicing or traveling with the team, that they can make sure that they're using that to the best advantage. Are they getting their SAM hours in? Are they getting to their classes? And making sure that it all works.
I think just setting up kind of my schedule right now, like, you know, getting the tutors out of the way, so I have certain blocks, making sure that I have my homework for this time and making sure that every part of my day is kind of scheduled. And I think that's going to really help to keep me on the right track, and then, you know, I can fit in like Madden and hanging out with the guys besides that. So I think that'll keep me on the right path.
Walking in there from the very start was crazy. Just to see that, it was so surreal. Like that this is our change room now, just like I'm in my 4th year, so I was used to that old locker room, and it was great. Like I love that locker room. It still feels like home to me because I was there for so long, but to walk into something like that and just see what these new recruits have coming in is like walking into that. If I was being recruited, there's no chance that I'd pick anywhere else. Like it's nuts. And then going in there and seeing someone like Carney, who's been there for 6 years, and now he's looking at this, and I can't even describe it really. Like, that locker room's amazing. It's so cool.
On my official visit, me and K-Mac walked through here when it was just walls, not even, you know, rooms or anything like that, just framing. And he, you know, kind of started to explain to me how things were gonna be laid out in here, and, you know, I tried to, you know, put an idea in my head of what it was gonna look like, but it just blew my mind. It was crazy.
I remember when I walked in, just before I walked through the door, there was just chills. It was just like, oh my God, like, even to this day, it's been what, 2-3 weeks? I still like have that feeling of like wow, like it's crazy what, you know, just embodies Gryphon football.
The little details are what really makes it special, you know. The Gryphons and, you know, the ceiling in the locker room's crazy, and it's just a great place.
The #1 thing that actually stood out to me, it's very small, and it's probably my favorite thing, tiniest thing, and people think it's crazy, but our name tags. I know in the old locker room it was just our names, but our name tag has our actual high school football team in our city. And I'm a big hometown guy, shout out to Welland. So just seeing that, and every day, you know, coming to practice, after practice, before games, I get to see where I played football. You know, I get to see the city I came from. So that really meant a lot to me.
It was great, you know, it was like kind of like a new beginning, especially for us, you know, because we're the first, you know, rookie class to really call this home, and you know, we have 4 or 5 years here in this great building to, you know, just help us learn and become better players and people. I think it's just great because it gives us a central location where, you know, all football operations can happen. You know, we can be here basically, like, you know, you can almost live out of here. You know, you got to go to your classes and eat, but other than that, you can study, meetings, practice, lifts. You know, you can sleep in the locker room if you want to. So it's just a great multi-use facility that I really think we're going to take advantage of.
We're so lucky to have a change room like that. Like, this whole facility is amazing, just in terms of being able to come off the field and shower right away and then walk right up to meetings like 1 to 4 instead of walking down to McKinnon there. It's so productive now, which is awesome.
It was crazy, you know, when we ran out onto the field and, you know, just looking around and seeing all the people and all the fans. It was crazy. It's good to just know you have support like that.
Homecoming's big, and the whole university rallies behind you, and just to run out there and hear the screams of people, and it was just, the whole experience of it was, homecoming's amazing.
You know, a lot of emotions going into the game, you know, 2 top teams in the conference and in the country. You know, from the first half, you know, we were off to a great start.
It was going well. Like, offense was moving the ball very well. Defense, we were doing well. There's just 2 good teams going at it.
Mac barely was on the field. You know, that's what we're here to do on offense, keep our defense on the sideline, give them rest, and we're supposed to, you know, just grind out clock and score points. We wish we could have finished, but other than that, can't really complain much.
Unfortunately, we came out flat in the 3rd quarter, and it was tough, obviously, losing James.
When I saw James go down there, I was just like, okay, like, time to get warm up, time to get throwing, and, you know, let's get into this game. And, you know, I felt like I was ready, and kind of like, you don't really have time to kind of take it all in. You just kind of got to get going, get warm, and make sure you're ready and get right in there.
I think the team did a great job rallying behind James going down and helping out Theo Landers, who came in and stepped in, and I think he did a phenomenal job, especially, like, it's not easy to come in and start playing in a homecoming game, you know, as a backup, but, you know, it was definitely hard, but I think we did. Even though, you know, we lost that game, it still showed how tough mentally and how much of a strong brotherhood that we have as a team.
And unfortunately, we did come away with the loss, but you learned a lot from it, like we do from every loss, so. Just seeing alumni come in here to what it is now, it's incredible. Just walking some of them around and touring them, and they were telling us stories of like what they used to have, and it's changed so much, but the end goal is still the same. You just want to win championships.
One of the main reasons I came here was because of Coach Lang, and he's like a father figure to me. Coach Lang has literally done everything for us. Like, he doesn't have to do this, but he just cares about us so much. And we actually just recently named the street, you know, it used to be Powerhouse Lane. We recently named it Lang Way, and I think that's very special. If it wasn't for Coach Lang, a lot of these things wouldn't be possible.
Stu, I know he doesn't like that people give him the credit for it, but honestly, just the fact that shows how much he cares for us. and how much he wants for us. And like Derek said in his speech at the grand opening, like, we have to do so much to make up for what he did for us. Like, and he just wants us to win and to have the best time, like in the classroom and on the field as well. So as long as we do that for him, I feel like that'll make him happy.
Finally, I want to thank all the players and staff I had the privilege of coaching. It was an honor to walk out onto the field with them. They had the faith to commit to a dream that had not yet any substance. This pavilion was built because of them and for the players who will follow them. Kim and I thank you for this night. Go Gryphons.
Saying thank you is not enough. We have to do it on the field, and we have to do it in the classroom. I feel like excelling in those aspects just make him happy. If he's making our time better, like that makes him happier. So just to not take this for granted, to actually go out there and use it and build off that and come away with championships. And I feel like that's what's gonna happen. Like, recruits are gonna come in here, like big recruits, and they're gonna be like, this is nothing like I've seen anywhere else, and we're gonna do very well here.
It's playoffs now. Every game's a playoff game. We have to be resilient and just keep fighting as one.
We've been in full pads and we've been hitting, and we're ready to take on Laurier. Like, we are pumped for this game. It'll be awesome.